Hello, this is Aileen Gonzalez from Life According to Me. So you know what? Instead of just talking about a specific topic today, I just want to share some information about myself. Now, the reason I do this is because many of you have made private comments on some of the challenges that I am facing because I'm sharing it with you. And I just want to share with you what those challenges are, explain to you exactly how I'm facing them, and what I am ready to do moving forward. And the reason for that is because I'm not looking at my challenges as something that's going to stop me on my tracks. I'm not taking time to feel sorry for myself. And I know, and I don't want anybody to say, wait a minute, you know what, she's being harsh. If I were to stop everything and just feel sorry for my situation, I would accomplish nothing. I would basically just close down the doors and I would just sit there and I would be worrying about what's happening. There's no time for that. In my life, I have no time to feel pity. I only have this moment so that I can move forward. So, a couple of the challenges that I'm facing, well, as you know, I'm facing a divorce. The other one is that I am remodifying my home so that as a single mother, I can actually keep my home, possibly. And on top of that one, which is going to make it even more interesting, last week I became unemployed. So when you think about those three things together, you're like, how can that work? I mean, you can't remodify a home if you have no employment, right? And you're not getting enough money if you're not bringing in your spouse's income. Guess what? That's just all part of my journey. Today, I look at my whole year as a transition year. Everything that's going on in my life is basically preparing my life for something better. Last week I actually shared a post, and in it you had a tree and somebody's shaking that tree. Well, I feel that I'm that tree. I feel that somebody's shaking me and that all the loose leaves, all the brittle and the dying leaves, they're coming down. Whatever's left on that tree is the strong leaves, are the ones that really were full of life. And those are the ones that the tree needed. Everything that I don't need for my future is being removed from my life. And why is it? And again, I don't want it to sound harsh, but because I've changed. I am a different person, and I'm already clear on what that path is going to be. I know what I'm looking for in life. So there are things that were holding me back, and those are the things that unfortunately were removed. So now it's time for me to get ready. Now it's time for me to start taking action. Now I know what I want. Now I need to be aggressive about when do I need certain things to happen so that I can go after them and make them my reality. Now, a lot of the things that I want are things that I'm going to have to create the opportunity myself. Now, just like when I wrote the book, I had no prior experience. I had never even thought of doing something like that. I felt the need, I felt the desire, and I went ahead and did it. I didn't have the money for it. I still went ahead and did it. I took that chance. There are other things in my life that I want to tackle, and even if they might not be as expensive as it was for me to create that book, but there are things that I'm going to have to explore, and I'm going to be willing to do that because I know that it's going to help me in my future goals. So I'm not going to be able to go into an employer and say, look, this is what I would like to do. They're going to say, okay, show me what you've done. If I have nothing to show, then I'm not going to be able to go in. But if I now start creating those opportunities, even if I am not making money, even if I'm not getting compensated in a monetary way, those things that I do are going to serve as the foundation so that I can have that experience and so that I can later on share that and be able to be seen as somebody who knows what they're doing. Does that make sense to you? It's like an internship. The only thing is that instead of this internship being part of a school program, this is an internship that I'm creating on my own. You could do that too. You could be a plumber and you could say, you know what, I'm tired of being a plumber. I've always wanted to be a mechanic. I don't have any experience. All I've ever done is just take care of my own car. Well, you know what? You could probably start by taking some time off, or not take off, maybe on your weekends. Instead of going out, you could sacrifice a couple of weekends, offer your services to a shop, and maybe instead of getting paid, maybe you can offer services for experience. If you're good, that person who you're working with can be your reference. So again, you're creating an opportunity. You're getting good, you're learning, you're offering that service. That's what you're going to do for that experience. And later on, when you really are ready to move on, you're going to be able to use them as that reference that you need. So it's going to count for you. I'm not saying that that's always going to work for you, but you can go out there and look for opportunities, look for options. If you don't ask, you don't know. So put yourself out there. Don't be afraid of a no, because every time you get a no, you're closer to a yes. And every time a person sees that you have that fire within you, that determination, people get curious. They get curious as to know what your full potential is. And you're going to find people that are willing to teach you. You're going to find people that are willing to share. So never let your current situation be the one to determine where you're going. That current situation is temporary, and it's going to take as long to go away as it takes you to get on board and to start doing something. The longer you spend focusing on the problem and feeling sorry for yourself, the longer that temporary situation is going to stick with you. I have lots of issues. I can tell you right now that I don't have all the answers. I cannot define exactly what's going to happen with each thing. But I can tell you that I have full control of where I am going to go in my career. I have full control of things that I am willing to go ahead and try. So that's where I'm putting my focus. And that's why I say to you all the time, create yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Pursue those dreams. Go after them. Because when you do, doesn't matter what challenges you're facing, when you do, you're opening up doors for you. There are people that like to draw. You might not have the ability to get paid for a painting at this time. But guess what? You can use social media so that you can promote your work. Get yourself out there. You can use YouTube so that you can speak and you can show your work. You can actually go to events, showcase your work. You're not getting paid at the time, but you're getting noticed. You're getting recognition. You can create things that are going to say, this person is here and they mean business. Create your opportunity. Those people that make things happen, they didn't just sit there wishing for it. They started just like you and me. Once upon a time, nobody knew they existed, but they opened their mouth. They were willing to do the things that other people were not. They were willing to receive those no's, those painful no's, because they knew that eventually they would get one yes that made all the difference. All right, so if you're going through a problem, don't let that problem get the best of you. You deserve better. I deserve better. Let's go make it happen. Take care.